Spiritual awakening.
Hey everybody, Sensei Joe here. Sorry I'm not really talking right now. I'm having a computer issue, so I'm just trying to fix that. Uh, Come on. Oh, Hmm. Weird. Okay, so I am live here on TikTok and YouTube, and of course I am having problems with my TikTok again. Um, won't let me boost. I don't know why. Let me do it last time, but it was difficult. This time it's just spiritual awakening. Okay, yeah, this sucks. Okay, I'm gonna give myself 5 minutes. If I haven't gotten this fixed, then I guess it just won't get fixed. Um, we will start with Motivation Saturday. Okay, screw it. Okay, everybody, let's get started. So, week 3. Today we are going to talk about discipline over motivation. So, motivation is fleeting, discipline is the bridge. Show up even when you don't feel like it. That's how transformation happens. One discipline decision at a time. Okay, Motivation Saturday. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Motivation Saturday. It's me, Sensei Joe, in the house. Week 3 is here. And today's message might not be flashy, but, the reason, real change. So, discipline over motivation every time. Let's start with the truth. Most people avoid. So what I'm about to tell you, most people avoid. Motivation is emotional. It's an emotional thing. It's inconsistent. It comes and goes based on mood, environment, and results. So some days you wake up feeling unstoppable. Like, I woke up and now I just want to go to work, get things done. Other days, getting out of bed feels like a win. I mean, you just wake up and boom, you're out of bed and you feel good. If your progress depends on motivation, your progress will always be unstable. So discipline is a difficult thing. Discipline is a decision, not a feeling. It's something you commit to before life gets busy, hard, or uncomfortable. And this is where transformation actually lives. Because the people who succeed aren't more motivated than you, they're more consistent than you. Oh, I keep getting these pop-ups. Where's that coming from? Hold on. Let me get this out of the way. Man. Okay. Oh, screw it. Okay. Yeah, we're talking about some. Oh, wait. Is that? No. Ugh. Okay, so they're more consistent than you, as I was saying. They show up when they're tired. They show up when they're frustrated. They show up when no one is clapping. Is this something we know? Do we face this every day? Yeah. This is something we face almost every day, whether it's work, school, the gym. Uh, we are always showing up when we're tired, especially work or school. We're showing up when we are frustrated because it's part of life. We feel frustration because we either overworked or there are people we're feuding with, and so on. It's normal. And we're also tired because we just get so much homework or we are working ourselves to death. That's normal. And as for like clapping, no one shows that you show up when no one's clapping. What I mean by that is there are a lot of people out there who are not thankful. They're very ungrateful. And I am constantly helping these people, donating things to them, and they are just downright ungrateful. No thank you, or they don't even say hello to me when I walk by them. But you know what? I still go there and I still help them out, um, because I'm dedicated, I'm motivated, I'm disciplined. Now I keep telling myself, okay, I gotta just take a step back and focus on those who are grateful and who really do care. Um, so yeah, that's the gap between wanting change and becoming changed. So in order to create change, you have to be the change. It takes one person to begin the process. Okay, if no one else is stepping in to help that one person, the system fails. That one person starts the process, and then it takes others to keep it going. Um, so, discipline is the bridge. And most people never cross it because they keep waiting to feel ready. Well, here's the thing, if you keep waiting to feel ready, you are not going to be ready. Here's how you actually become ready. Just do it. Okay? You have to be 24/7. So, whether you are ready or not, you have to be ready. Don't ever tell yourself or others, well, I just don't feel ready. Because you're not going to be ready. Um, so, yeah, listen closely. You don't feel disciplined first. First, you will not feel disciplined. You act disciplined, and the feeling follows. So every time you do what you said you would do, even when you don't want to, something powerful happens. You build trust with yourself. So every time you do what you said you would do, even when you don't want to, something powerful does happen. You build trust with yourself. And yes, before you can trust others, you have to trust yourself. Um, okay, I'm getting some cool messages. Hey everyone, welcome to Motivation Saturday, January 17th, 2026. This right here is the third Motivation Saturday of 2026. I was having some issues earlier with TikTok. Of course, it won't let me go into my rewards section and boost my live. I have no idea why it's doing that. Um, Hold on, let me see. Ah, wait. I almost got it. Almost got it. Guess what? I got it. Finally, it let me in. Think it did. Yep. Okay. Sometimes TikTok can be difficult to work with, but I still love it. Um, so, if you are just joining in, this is Motivation Saturday. I am Sensei Joe, and my job here is to motivate you and inspire you because with everything going on in today's society, we need the motivational and inspirational boost. I mean, yeah, it's pretty bad out there in the world. So, in order to make the changes we want, we have to become the change. And we have to be positive about it. We got to be strong, loving, caring, motivational, inspirational. Just like my teacher growing up, my inspirational person, my motivator, the late great Jason David Frank. Okay, so let's get back to this. Um, Discipline is a big thing, um, and self trust. So you have to trust yourself and confidence. Now, in the past I've talked about confidence and motivation and discipline, how all this works together. In order to get to one, you have to succeed in the other. But as I said before, in order to become motivation or motivational, in order to be motivated, you got to have confidence in yourself. But in order to have confidence in yourself, you have to be motivated. In order to in order to be disciplined in something, you have to have confidence in yourself. You have to trust in yourself. So there are more than one or two directions you can take in order to become inspired, motivated, disciplined, confidence. Um, yeah. Anyway, hey, if you're just now joining me here on TikTok and you are not following me yet, please follow me. Send me gifts and likes. That really helps me because the more I get, the more I can reach out there and inspire, motivate others. If you are just joining me here on YouTube, please subscribe. Um, I need a big following because I like to use that as a tool to inspire and motivate others. Okay, so confidence doesn't come from hype or affirmation alone. Um, it comes from proof that you can count on yourself when it matters. So when you're in a situation and at that time all you have is yourself, you got to be able to count yourself. And there's a saying, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. That also involves counting on yourself. But if you want something done right and you do it yourself, you have to be confident in yourself in order to get that completed, in order to do it correctly. So let's talk about the unglamorous side of discipline. So everything in life has its glamorous side and its unglamorous side. Has its pretty side, its ugly side. It's con, it's pro. Or it's pro, it's con. So discipline is repetitive. I cannot talk today. This has been such a busy week for me. Super busy because I've just been working way too hard. And I believe it was Thursday, my brain was swimming. Um, I was just looking at all these papers from work, trying to understand how I'm going to help this person, how I'm going to help that person. So it was just so difficult. And I was so out of it. I didn't even go to the gym that night. I had to rest my brain. I'm hoping to go to the gym today because I do need to lift weights. I had judo last night and that was awesome. Mm. So, wait, someone saying something? Yeah, I know the feeling. So anyway, discipline is repetitive. Um, it's a routine. So in order to become disciplined in something, you got to continually do it. So here's a good example. Um, I actually have a lot of good examples. I don't like, as you know, I don't like to brag about myself, but I am going to use this as an example. I'm a beekeeper. In order for me to get better at being a beekeeper, I have to constantly dive into the beehives and study the bees, see how they're doing, what I can do to help them. I have to educate myself. I'm a martial artist. I am always keeping up on my martial arts training. Whether it's the same thing every day or I'm switching from here to there, um, yeah, I'm keeping up on my martial arts training. And whether I'm doing the same thing or not, I'm still keeping up on it. And it's all coming together. And it's a discipline. In order to become good at something, you got to become disciplined at it. So it's a routine, and yeah, it's often boring. Um, do, Doing the same routine almost every day, or a different routine that's similar to what you've been doing, can get boring. But over time, you'll feel good about yourself. You'll feel motivated. You will see that that routine has been helping you. You'll see that discipline. You will be better than you were yesterday. So, same habits, same effort, same focus day after day. If you do it a bit differently, but it has to do with that same habit, then hey, that's cool. It's still discipline, it's still routine. Um, but also, that's where momentum is built. In order to keep up with it, you got to build up the momentum. So you don't notice change in a day. Now, it depends. Let's say like you haven't been exercising much, and you go to the gym and you lift weights. Well, maybe a day or two after, you're going to feel that change because your muscles are in pain. So, it just depends. You don't notice change in a day, but it depends on what kind of change, what routine you were doing. Um, Regardless, you're going to see a change. So you notice it when you look back and realize you didn't quit. Quitting. We've all quit something, whether it was something positive or something negative. Um, Say like playing games all the time. Maybe some of you quit doing that and will play games here and there. Okay? Um, what about, say, playing sports? You're a football player. Um, If you don't quit that sport, you will see a lot of changes constantly. For example, you become more disciplined at it, you become better at it. So you don't notice it when you look back and realize you didn't quit. Don't quit. If you don't understand what I am saying, I don't blame you. I'm kind of wording things a bit differently this time. So, small discipline actions compound. Small discipline actions compound, just like interest, just like habits, good or bad. Um, what you do daily shapes who you become eventually. So, you want to do good things, okay? What you do daily could shape you eventually, could shape you into doing good things for people. What you're doing right now, here, listening to me, tells me, shows me that what I am doing is working. I'm giving you this advice. That's the start. It's something that's going to shape you to become something eventually, something better than you were yesterday, because you're taking the time to learn something that will help you build confidence in yourself. And here's another shift you need to hear: discipline is not restriction. So say you become disciplined in Kung Fu. You're not restricting yourself to Kung Fu. Okay? You actually have the opportunity to go and learn other styles. Discipline is not restriction. So let's say you study a language like Chinese or Korean or French or Japanese. Okay? You're not restricted to that one or those two languages. But they will help you because they will open up the door to learn other languages. Just like for me, when I started learning martial arts, I started in Tengu Ninjutsu, one of the oldest styles of ninja. And it opened the door for me to learn Wing Chun, Kung Fu, Taekwondo, different styles of karate, and all of that. So it's freedom. Coffee. Freedom from starting over, freedom from regret, freedom from the cycle of excuses. You need to be free from the cycle of excuses. Oh, the dog ate my paper. That's a terrible excuse. That's actually an old excuse. Okay, you need to have freedom from coming up with excuses that just don't make sense or just ridiculous. Freedom from regret. Say you let's say you try to build a beehive and you messed up. Okay, you messed up. You forgot to put the entrance hole in the box so no bees could get in there. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel regret. Okay, it's a learning experience. You didn't fail. You just found a way to not build a bee box. You forgot to put the hole in it. So next time you build a bee box, put the hole in it. Freedom from starting over. Now, what I mean by that is when you become really good at something, you shouldn't have to start over. But you could start something new that you could combine with what you became disciplined in. So when you're disciplined, you don't have to rely on motivation. You don't have to negotiate with yourself every day. You just execute. You just do it. Motivation comes with the discipline. Confidence comes with the discipline. Confidence can help with motivation. Discipline can help with motivation. One can help the other, one can help two, the other one can help that. It's like a pyramid, okay? But here's the thing with this pyramid. It's just all compact together. You might find this before you find that, or you might find that before you find this, but it all connects. And execution builds results. Whether it's a good result or a bad result, it's still a result. If the result comes out the way you did not want it to come out, you have not failed. You just found a way for the results to, you just found a way to not do it. So you go find another way. You don't fail until you quit. So this is where people get it twisted. Discipline isn't about being hard on yourself. It's about respecting your future. Education. If you focus on your education, you're respecting your future. But if you just say, hey, I don't need education, or you know what, I don't need a job, I'm going to just sit back and watch some movies, you're not respecting your future. And you're not respecting yourself. And you're probably not even respecting your parents, who have worked really hard to make sure that you have the tools needed to create a future for yourself. So, respecting your future is a big thing. But how do you get to the future? They say focus on the present. Some say focus on the past. Some say forget the past, focus on the present. Well, here's what I believe. Learn from the past, focus on the present in order to get to the future. Hold on. Okay. So if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been waiting for a spark, if you've been telling yourself, I'll start when I feel like it, guess what? This is your wake-up call. Start now. Start when you're tired. Start imperfect. Just start. Doesn't matter if you're sleepy, if you're sick, if you're bored, if you're busy. Just start. You got to start somewhere. What is that? Okay. So, because showing up half ready beats waiting forever. It's best to be half ready than not do anything. It's best to be half ready than not be ready. And when I say being ready, you're never ready. You're just ready. So now let's raise the standard here with this week's Motivation Saturday Challenge. This week's Discipline Reset Challenge. I would like for you, each and every one of you, to identify the one habit you keep avoiding. But no would change everything. So if you have a piece of paper or your notepad or anything like that, please write this down. Identify the one habit you keep avoiding, but know would change everything. So, if you know a habit that would change everything, but you've been avoiding it and you know it's a good habit, then write it down. Shrink it down so small it almost feels too easy. Do it every day for the next 7 days, no matter your mood. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I keep my word today? So that's it. Write down that one habit that you've been avoiding that could bring about positive change, and make that habit an everyday thing. No pressure, no perfection. Just follow through. Just do it. Remember, you don't become disciplined overnight. You become disciplined through repetition. So just keep doing it. One choice at a time, one day at a time, one promise kept at a time. Discipline is the bridge. Cross it. Finish this week strong, and remember, smile, laugh, and believe in yourself, because I believe in you. And I'll see you next Saturday for Motivation Saturday. Sorry to cut it short, but I'm actually pretty busy today. Got so much going on. So as I said before, remember, smile, laugh, and believe in yourself, because I believe in you. And I'll see you next week, next Saturday for Motivation Saturday.